Hello. This is gonna be gnarly. I'm doing the last puzzle of this. Cracking the Cryptic March puzzle pack. I was looking at the rule set and it's a lot more, it's completely different than the other puzzles, so could be hard. Anyway, we got this poem. Let's see. Alice spoke to the courtroom with a new fortitude she never could summon before. Her adventures had taught her much in the days since she dove in that hole in the floor. You all solve Sudokus of various forms. In fact, you're all frankly obsessed. You adhere to sound logic to fill in your grids, but abandoned it all for the rest? This anti-knight here plainly pleaded his case with a sound, undeniable fact. The tarts are right here, neither eaten nor nicked. They're present and dangerously stacked. You strip him of freedom for what? What's the point? To quell some irrational queen? If you treated each other like the grids that you fill, your lives would be sound and pristine. Alice sat down, satisfied with her speech. The courtroom was silent and still. The judge cleared his throat, arose and stood tall. His posture gave our young Alice a chill. Young lady, you dare to rebuke us with logic? This court will have none of that fare. Save all of that nonsense for digits and cells, and not for a human affair. From this moment hence you are banished, young miss. You may not reside in our land. Guards, seize her, and throw her right into jail, and bury the keys in the sand. Surrounding her, all the guards slowly approached, to cast her down into a cell. She woke up in bed, it had all been a dream, as she grasped the new Fistimafel. So this is the puzzle. It was all a dream by Panthera. It's rated 3 stars, so it could take a while. This is the weird part. 4 regular 6x6 Sudoku grids are present, aligned with each other in a grid. So you can see there's 4 grids down here. So it's a 12x12, not a 9x9. Each grid is independent of the other grids and follows normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, i.e. the digits 1 through 6 must appear in each row, column, and box in each of the grids. Okay, I see there's smaller boxes. Colors used in this puzzle are blue, red, and pink. The squares outside the grid represent the order of the contiguous runs of cells that are shaded, the color of the clue. The number in the clue is the sum of the cells in that contiguous run. Runs can pass grid boundaries, and if they do, they can contain repeat digits between grids. Okay. So they're not like independent regions. The contiguous runs, anyway. There must be an unshaded cell between runs of the same color, though there is no need between runs of differing colors. All runs are given. The black dots indicate the 2 cells are in a 1:2 ratio, and not all dots are given. Okay. Let's get cracking. I'm going to use gray for stuff that has no runs in it. You see, this doesn't have a clue, so none of these are in a run. Down here, these are all blue, but this bottom row is red, so these can't be in. This 3 is just a single cell. So what are the colors, by the way? Pink. Red and pink, okay. So this 3 can't correspond to these blue or pink cells here. Wow. Normally I jump in and use this 40 clue, but I don't I don't know how to do sums with numbers 1 through 6 here. Yeah, I guess the idea... 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 21? Yeah. So these have a maximum... No, that can't be right. How have I... Oh, these... Because these... I don't have to check for conflicts between this grid and this grid. Because they're independent of one another. Wow, I thought I'd broken the puzzle right away. Okay. Point being, this can add up to 21. This can add up to 21. So the whole row has a maximum of 42. I was going to say, but that means that there's got to be a 1 here and a 1 here. But that's correct. Because these are not... Whatever's happening in this 6x6 doesn't affect this one. Except for the runs which can cross... Did they say they can cross boundaries? Right? Can pass grid boundaries. Yeah, that's so strange. Okay. I got 1 digit. Wow, this is hard. What else do we got? Maybe this is more constricted than I think it is. Yeah, because I have a maximum of 6, right? So 6, 5, 4. I'm used to thinking about 987 as maxes, you know? 6, 5, 4 is 15. $18, $20. Oh, so we do have some bleed over. Although that's hard to see. These two have to be blue. Let's see. If this were 3, 14 is 6, 5. We could do it in as little as 3 cells. Oh, that's not helpful. This clue, 7, 22, 11. Yeah, because 7 has to be at least 2. I need to... remember this. So... if we're looking at maximum, 654 is 15. 18, 20, and 21. So it's 11. $11, 15, 18, 20, 21. That's weird. Alright. Anyway. 7 has to be 2. 21 therefore has to be... Oh shoot, it doesn't... This is so hard to think about. So this could be 15, and then this could be 6, and this could be something. It's weird because they're adjacent grids that don't interact with one another, so I could have repeats. Yeah, I could do this in as little as 4 with the repeats, huh? And then 11 is minimum 2. It's so annoying. So 11 and 2, and this could be 6, 5, 4, 3, adding to 18, and then this could repeat. I'm not convinced. Hey, Owen, Chris, what's going on? I think these two in the middle have to be blue. That's really weird. Because now I'm looking at... Wait, 26 is quite a big number. Yeah, something's going on here. If this is right, let me just double check this before I... So 11 could be 6, 5, and then I don't know. Not even ignoring the fact that I've used a 6 and a 5. If this makes sense. Get out of here. 4 is 15, 3 is 18. So for sure we're at least reaching this cell. And then 7 has to be at least 2. And then 6, 5, 4. So I think that is right. I might be able to do better, but these have to be blue. Pretty sure. And so there's no blue above this point. So these can go down the grid, but not up. Oh, how about the pink? How about these pinks? 12 has to be at least, yeah, this 12 is interesting. It has to be at least 3, right? So that means this is a red 5 up here. Okay, getting somewhere. These are all pink. It's hard because it's a 6x6. So I can't look at this 17 and be like, okay, I need to add 12 on, but I have a maximum of 6 to add on. So 12 can't be a well, it can be if... This is weird. But this could be a 6 and this could be a 6, and that could be our 17. But I'm trying to think about... I'm trying to get rid of these extremities here. So minimum... 1, 2, 3... Brings us up to 11... 12, 14... So 17 I could do in a minimum of... The repeats don't help either. Could do 17 and 7. So I can't really rule anything out. Okay. Let me think about something else. This pink is part of this 18. Oh, this one... Yeah, that... There has to be a 1 here somewhere. There definitely cannot be a 1 here. Okay. What else? This 2 has to be also singular, so no 2s here. Oh, wait. Although... No, that's wrong. The 2 could just be in that crop key dot. Alright, I'm not seeing it. How about looking vertically? Wait, what? I put 6s and 8s on here like it's a regular Sudoku. There's no 8s in this puzzle. Yeah, I don't know. This clue's pretty big. Wait, let's add it up. 30 plus 11 is 41? Yeah, that's a... I can have a maximum of 42, we figured out. So that means there's a 1 either on the outside of the grid, but everything else is in, right? Let me think about this. Well... I was gonna say if this is a 5 and then move down, but maybe I can use that. So 5 has to come down to at least here. Oh wait, this doesn't affect this. Alright. So we could have a 5 here, 9 has to be at least 2. 25? I have to pencil these in because I can't think about 1 through 6s like that. Yeah. It's 15, 21, so it has to come down to at least here, and then this could be a 2. Although not really, because I can only have 1 outside the grid, right? Yeah. No, that is a point, isn't it? The 2 has to be here. Oh. It's just here, because I can't have any reds in this row. Okay. Sorry, I've never done anything like this puzzle, so this is hard for me. Alright. Right, that gives me a 3 down here, and we can see where it is by this clue. Now we're getting something. You got a 1 of these spots, a 3 in one of these spots. Wait, these are all blue, right? I don't know why I didn't color that in earlier. So these connect up. Okay. I don't see it. So this could be a 4. 11 has to be at least 2. Wait, yeah, this has to be pink for sure, right? Yeah. Because if we're coming from the bottom, let's say the 26 ends here, then that has to be at least pink, or 4. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, These are just not real pencil marks. Can I hit? Can I have a 1 here? That's kind of the weird question I'm asking myself. Then it would need to be a 6-5 pair, and it can't be because I already have a... Yeah, so 1 comes down here. Good. Oh, yep. This is the March reward. It's the very last puzzle. But this one has a rule set that's completely different from the rest of them, so it's not... This is not easy. I'm trying to wrap my head around it still. This was my favorite puzzle pack. So I thought I'd record myself for the last puzzle. Me too, man. This one's weird because it's a 6x6, and these grids don't affect each other. Even though they're, like, next to each other, this 5 doesn't lock 5s out of, you know, the other grids. Although the colors can go across grids, so that's why it's weird. But, anyway. I got a 3 here for what it's worth. This can't be a 3. Could it be? Could be a 1, 2. Huh. Alright, I'm not seeing that. 7 has to be at least 2. So blue comes up. Did I put this 3 in the wrong spot. Whoops. This 20 has to connect. $27 is quite a big clue, huh? Yep, I mean, these are contiguous regions. So this 27 has to all be one chunk before we reach like a pink cell or a red cell, and they have to sum up to the number, so. Which is why I'm looking at this, so, because I'm thinking this could be 6, 5, like what's the maximum we can make this? 4 is 15, 2 is 17, this is 18, so these all have to be blue. I mean, we're not anywhere near the 27 total. And then we can repeat a 6 here, so let me... 15, 17, 18, this for a 6, 24, so we're coming up to at least here. Okay. Actually, we can't go any higher because there's no blues in this row, huh? So it stops here. Although I don't know what the 9 and the 2 are doing. That's right. Yep. These all sum to 27. There's got to be at least 2 pink cells up here and a red cell. And yeah, we'll get a picture at the end. Which I'm betting this is like eyeballs, so it's some kind of person or something. So if this was the red 2, I need at least 2 cells to make 9, so this is also... This has to be pink. Alright, what now? We do the same thing with this 25 clue, right? As a maximum 6, 5, 4, 3, 18, 19, 25. Huh. Okay. All right, the next question I'm asking myself, is this part of the 11 clue? I think it has to be. Yeah, I can't do 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 6 minimum. There has to be a gray gap between... if they're the same color, there has to be a gray gap. If they're different colors, they can touch. Different colors can be right next to each other. And I figured out that the maximum, if you have 1 through 6 and 1 through 6, that adds up to 42. So a whole row or a whole column adds up to 42 max. That's how I started with this 40 and the 1, 1 on the side here. I guess there's a 2 here for what it's worth. The 7 has to be at least 2 cells. Yeah, look at these pink cells here. This pink 6, it can't be here because I don't have any pinks. Actually, it has to be right here. That's the only way it works, right? Yeah. Good. So this has to be the 3 then. Unfortunately, yeah, there doesn't have to be a gap, so I don't know if these are blue or gray. All right. I'm wondering about this 3 clue. Because it could be too long, but it can't be 3. So I think this has to be gray, and therefore this is gray as well, right? Same thing over here? Yeah, can't do 5 and 3 cells. 3 cells is a minimum of value of 6. Yeah. Anything else clever? Alright. Let me just take a look at what's happening here. I feel like this ain't bad for a start, but now I don't know what to do. 12 has to be at least 3. I don't know. Yeah, how about these blue clues right here? The 2 and the 6. Like I could have 6, a gap, 2. Oh, is that... I feel like I've broken the... Oh no, because the 6 is down here. I was like, oh my god, I've broken the puzzle. This 24 has known digits? You're smarter than me, man. You gotta remember, these can repeat when you cross into the other grid, so... Yeah, it ain't as simple as it looks. But look, okay, this is the 6th clue. Where does this 2 clue go? It has to either go here, here, or here, because I got no blues above this line. I don't know. It can't go here or here. Yeah, it has to go right here. Because these leftmost cells have to be red. Alright, good. This is a blue 2. Bam. Gotta have a gapper. Don't know about the 9 though. What about on this side? Yeah, this is the corresponds to the 5 clue. I can't... Yeah, this has to be the one, doesn't it? Okay, what else? Can we figure out this 12 sum, maybe? They all have to be different digits, right? So we could do 643. No, 642. Oh, is it? Is it forced to be a 642? Because I can't use the 5? I think so. How else would we do it? If it was 5-4, that would be 9. It could be 5-4-3, couldn't it? Damn, yeah, that doesn't help. Now it could be... Oh wait, it can't be 5-4-3. Yeah, you're right. I just said I can't use the 5. Yeah, that's right. Oh, so this becomes a 1-3 pair. What goes in here? 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 24 minus 4 is 20. How do we make these add up to 20? Well, we have to have a 1 here, don't we? Wait. Oh, see, this... It scares the crap out of me every time. I put the 1 down here and I'm like, wait, now I can't put the 1 anywhere here. I mean, I did that way early. Here, I'll show you how I figured that out. This is gray down here, right? So then this is a maximum of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, which adds up to 20. So the blue comes up to at least here. And then I did something, I think I did a couple other things where I figured out this had to be a 5. Once you know the blue comes up here at least, then this one is not sure, but then you get 2 pinks at least. Oh, you get 3 pinks, right? That's how you get it. Because this has to be, this could be 651, maybe. But 12 and 3 cells with no repeats has to be at least 3 cells, so... it gets forced up here because there's no pinks in this row. If you look at this row, the pinks are only here, here, and here, and so those 3 cells have to be here. It's something like that. No, so look at the cross clues too. Like these ones, these things on the left side. I mean, you can't have a pink in this row because there's no pinks. So the pinks are, yeah, they get forced if you look at the cross clues. Anyway. That's kind of how you start the puzzle too, is like, I was looking at these reds. Reds can't go in, you know, anywhere down here, so they gotta just be down there. Right. Yeah, because they intersect. Some of them are obvious, some of them are not. Yeah. Like this 4, I don't know if it's like a 1-3 here, or it could just be a single 4. Not sure yet. Anyway, what was I looking at? We got this 1, is what I was looking at. And you said the 24 is resolved, which is right. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can't be a 6. This can't be a 3. It's not super helpful. Yeah, not very helpful. This can't be a 6 because this can't be a 3 for what it's worth. Not sure. Alright, what next? I'm looking at this 9 clue. Let's say the 25 stops here. We could have 9 in 2 cells with a 6, 3, and then 5 somewhere up here. Damn, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, it's gotta be something else. If this is the 11 clue, then I've got a 2 over here, right? So no 2s in those cells. This can't be blue, because then that would make this clue 3. Nice. Okay, so the 2 is just right here. This adds up to 11. Oh, hold up. I need to fit a 5 and a 6 in here on the left. So yeah, this could be a gap 5, 6, and that's forest. Excellent. Let's go. That's what we're looking for, baby. Wait, how does this 2 work then? This 2's broken. What have I done? No! Oh wait, this is a red. Oh my god, this is a red cell, not a blue cell. I thought for a second, I was like, this adds up to 8. Jesus Christ, okay. I thought I bungled it. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, this red has to come up at least 1. That's for sure. It could come up 2. A 6, 1, 2. But these cannot be in a run. Alright, what now? 7 has to be at least 2 cells wide. That's good. That means this 6 clue has to come up. It could be 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Alright, that's looking better. Oh, trust... The logic is confusing. But here's the rules. 4 regular 6x6 grids. Each grid is independent of the other grids. They follow normal 6x6 rules. The colors are red, blue, and pink. The squares outside the grid represent the order of the contiguous runs of cells that are shaded the color of the clue. The number in the clue is the sum of the cells in the run. Runs can pass grid boundaries. And if they do, they can contain repeated digits between grids. There must be an unshaded cell between runs of the same color, though there is no need between runs of different colors. And black dots are a Kropke dot 1:2 ratio as normal. Okay. And yeah, the 1 through 6 number stuff is kind of messing with my head, but I'm getting a grip on it here. How about this 22 clue? Don't know. Yeah, maybe I can do something. So if we maximize this, 654, that's 15. This could be 18. Ah, I can just barely make it. Okay, that's not it. There has to be a gap here, right? We said that. Red has to be at least 3 and 12, so this is a red cell. Hmm. 11 is 4 cells. Not sure what you mean. This could go up here still. Which 11? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 11? Oh yeah, it can't join the 2. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that gap. Right. Yes, thank you. Is there... Can we figure out this 11 clue? This could be 6, 9... don't know. Yeah, don't know. Where else to look? Um, I thought I saw... Yeah, well, I got this 12. That's what I was looking at. The other thing I was looking at... Okay, so this corresponds to the 7 clue, and then I have a 6 clue up here. Or it could be up here. Well, this would be a 6 if it were up here. Which I don't see any problem with. Man. What about minimums? No, wait, maximums. Okay, if this were 6, 5, that's 11. 6, 5, 22. This 25 has to grow by at least 1. Ah, it doesn't help. I don't know which side, huh? Okay. There's got to be something easier I can spot. How about this 11 clue? I haven't looked at this. Even if the blue stops here, 11 has to be in 2 cells, so... Oh, there doesn't have to be a gap, though. Dang! Alright, I'm stuck. I don't know what to look at. Is it Sudoku? Doubt it. 1 has to be here. No, I don't have a lot of digits. Yeah, it's sacrilegious. What are we saying? If this 11 were in 2, it would be a 5-6 pair. No, I don't see a problem with that. We get 7. And this could be a maximum of 15, which just barely works, so that is fine. So yeah, I don't know about that 11. Okay, this 10, of course. How about this? I didn't look at this. This 11 and 3. So if this is the 11 clue, it comes out here. And then this would be a 3. A red 3. If the red 3 were here, I need a gap, and then 11. So this is a red cell, for what it's worth. Nine can't be 4 cells long, so that's a gray cell. Whoa, that's huge. 20 clue in row 10. You're saying this 5 can't grow? Because then this has to be blue. Then we get a minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 20. Oh. Yeah, that is way too big, huh? That's right. Oh, so this is just a 5. Oh, sick. That gives us a 5 down here. By my pencil mark, this has to be a 3. I'm not sure why. Oh, because where does 3 go in this box? Yeah. So this has to be a 2 to add up to 5, and this is a blue. Alright. That's a good deduction. I like that. And this is a 1, apparently. Because I got 1 here and 1 here. Alright, that's excellent. What about this column? I'm missing a 4 and a 5. Oh, the 4 has to be here. This is a 2, 6 pair. Alright, it's probably not important to do Sudoku at this point, so I won't. 5 gets knocked out of here, 2's getting knocked out of here. This can't be a 5. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. But there was something, oh, getting this gray cell. Now, how about this 17 clue? I know, but at some point you gotta do something. So, yeah, well, I don't see a 3 in the corner yet, so no song. This has to be red. Alright, if this were a 6 as a maximum, 6, 5 is 11. This could be a 6 or a 17. Well, this can't be a 6 because the 4 clue would be broken. So this is a maximum of 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, maximum of 4. 10, 15, so we get reds coming at least that far. At least that far. Alright. Now again, I don't know if this 4 is a 1 or 3 or just a 4 here. Oh, this is a 5. Come on, there must be something. This feels like it's so good. Come on. I don't know. Oh man, come on. If this were red, it would be a 2. Giving us a 3, 6. 12. These two would have to add up to 5. They could be 1, 4, 2, 3. No, I don't see a problem. That seems fine. This can't extend right. I don't understand. What do you mean by cannot repeat 9? You're smarter than me. If this extends right, this is forced to be a 2, which forces this to be a 3/6. And this becomes a 1. But I mean, I don't see the conflict here. Yeah, exactly. That's quite alright. It's not an easy puzzle. How about this? How about this? This red 2. Yeah, these cells do not affect these cells at all. But how about this red 2? It's got to be left of the pink. So there's a red 2 in the bottom here. It can't be here, because this is done. So this can't be a 2. Cannot be a 2. It can't be here either. Oh my god, that's it. If this is a 2, this has to be another 2 to make 4. So we get the red 2 right here. Wow. That's not easy. Now this cannot be a 1. Yeah, can't be a 1, can't be a 4. We get a 3/6 pair. We get a 1/4 pair here. This could still be 1/3, couldn't it? How about this 12 clue though? 4 plus 2 is 6. And that could be a... No, this can't be a 6 because it breaks the 5 clue. So this has to extend down at least one more. Alright, come on. That's looking good. Looking good. $17 clue. This is 10. Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe now it's forced. Because how about if this is 2? This is only 12. Yeah. We need it all to all. Wow, I'm surprised you saw that far ahead. Yeah, this all has to be red for it to sum to 17. So this must be a 1 by my pencil marks. Is that right? I don't trust this one. Why am I saying this has to be a 1? It doesn't. It's corresponding to this. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna get rid of these. 1, 4. 4's come out of here. 2 comes out of here. 6 comes out of here. Ooh, a naked single 2. What are these from? 3, 5, 6. Ah. Yeah. That's why I usually double check. 2, 3, 6. One, 5, 4. This is not a 5. This is not a 6. It's not helpful. I'm trying to see if any of these side clues pop out as being impossible or something. That'd be too convenient. This can't be the 3 in the side here, right? Wait, I'm confused. I'm all of a sudden confused. If this were red... No, it could be a 1-2 pair here. Alright, yeah, never mind. Yeah, this 18 clue, this is a 9 plus a 6. That's only 15, 18. Then we need a red 1 on the side here. Yeah, I don't know. This corresponds with the 6. This corresponds with the 10 clue. Does this have to extend out here? Hold up. This could be a 6, huh? 6, 4. 6, 4 making 10. Damn. If this were red... It's annoying. Can I rule this out from being red, maybe? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10 minimum. Man, I don't know. Getting stuck. It does need one more cell. Unfortunately, I have no idea which side it goes on. I can't prove that this or this is gray. Maybe we can prove this. Oh, column 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 26, my friend, not a 25, but... Oh, unless you're talking about this one, too. It could go up to here. It's unclear. I've looked at that, though. Let's look. I mean, this could just be a 6-5 for 11. Oh, hold up. You might be right. Let me look at this. I mean, this is just barely. So 6-5 is 11. Then we could have 6-3 for 9. That gives us 20. But then this could be in this blue 2. This has to be a blue 2, actually. Why did I take the color off? Do not remember doing that. But that's... I did not see this 2 clue up here. I mean, this is just... I don't know when this appeared, but this is a blue 2. The 2 has to be involved, based on this clue. Oh, shit, it doesn't. Wait. Wait, that's not right. The blue 2 could be down here. It could be down here. Alright, I don't know about that. Right, I know you were. I was trying to see if I could prove this had to be blue based on this row, but you're looking at the column? I mean, man, you are... This is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does that add up to? 15, 18, 19? Then even if this were a 6... Oh, it can't be a 6 because of this. You are right. That gives us a blue up here. And it doesn't go any higher, for sure. That is good. That gives us a pink. That's actually very helpful. Because now this pink 9 has to be in 2 cells. So this is pink, for sure. This could be a single 5. Yeah, don't know. But that's better than I was doing. I was looking down here to see if this blue could be in, which I think you have to say no way. Because maxing out these gray cells, 6, 6, 5 is 17. 37 is not even close to 42, so this has to be gray, and therefore this is a blue 6, and we get a 2 here. Hold up. I'm sure there's stuff to do up here, but let me... Getting to the bottom of this. This has to be a 1. This is a 1-6 pair, okay. Alright, I'm wondering if I could do something with these gray cells here in this 20, because they have to add up to 22. Yeah, these have to be 6-5 pairs on the edge. What about this 25? Clue now. The whole row adds up to 42. So the gray cells have to add up to 17. This is 7. This is 16. So we need one more gray cell, and it has to be a 1. Let me make sure I did that. This is 7. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 9 is 16. I need them to add up to 17. This can't be gray because this can't be a 1. I think that's right. This is therefore blue. Ooh. All right, we're... Oh. I was gonna say this is a 2 by itself, but no, it's not. So what are these? 5 and 6. This is 2, 3, 4. This is not a 2. Maybe there's a way we can disambiguate these. All right, if the blue has to add up to 20, 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. So these have to add up to 10. I don't know, there's a lot of ways to do that, isn't there? I don't want to do that math. How about the 25? These add up to 11, these have to add up to 14. Maybe that's forced. 6, 5 is 11. 6, 5, 3. Does it have to have a 6 on it? 5, 4, 3 is 15. That's 5, 4, 2. I don't know. Am I sure about row 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 100%. I'll go back. So I'm saying this has to be gray. Because the blue is 25, the grays have to add up to 42 minus 25, which is 17. Maybe did I miss this one? Hold up. You could be right. I don't know if I added this 1 on. That sucks. I think you're right. Alright, because this adds up to 9. It says up to 7, which is 16, and that's 17. Yep, I done goofed. I messed up. Because I didn't include this 1 in the total. Yep, I missed that gray one. I didn't add it. That's the kind of stuff that'll kill you. Thank you for pointing that out. I'd have been so mad. Almost messed myself up. Alright, so this is 2, 3, oh my. 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 6. I can't really do the math on these. Maybe it's different now. Yeah, because these add up to 12. I need these to add up to 13. I don't know. Oh wait, this can't be a 3 or a 4. Wait, do I just get a 2, 5? Yeah. This has been available for quite some time. I just missed it. This is not a 5 or 6. This is 1, 4. So this is 12. This adds up to 13. That's right. And these are probably right as well. Ten plus 10. Okay. So Wizard's Robe is all done down here, or this dwarf, or whatever he is. You think this is Alice? Oh, maybe it is Alice. This is like her hair. Yeah, now we just have to finish it off. Yeah! Yeah, that pink skin, I mean, I could do a little more beige. I don't know. We'll keep it pink. She's a little fantastical. What are these 3 cells? 2, 3, 4. Not helpful. Okay, well, what's the last step? I'm wondering if I can force this 14 here. Let me think about this. So this is 23. So the gray cells have to add up to 19. I could have 6, 5, 11, 15, 18. I don't see how to do it. Probably these are both gray, but I don't know. How about the 11 clue? This is a little harder, maybe. Yeah, these only add up to 14. So in the grays, 42 minus 14 is 28. Grays have to add up to 28. I could have 6, 5, which is 11, plus 5, 16. Plus 4 is 20. What did I say they needed to add up to? 28? Yeah, and 8 requires at least 2 cells, right? Yeah, the math is kind of hard for me to do on the fly, but you're absolutely right on that. This blue is fixed. But these aren't like maximums or anything, unfortunately. How about this? This has to add up to 7. And it's in 3 cells, so it has to be a 1, 2, 4 pair, right? That might have been available for... Well, it was once I got this. Right? I'm pretty confident in doing that without checking it. And then this 7 as well is the same thing, right? Oh, this can't be a 4? Sick. Look at that, let's go. Look at this 5656. That's nonsense. Won't see that in a regular Sudoku. But that means these are gray, so I don't have to do maths on this row. I could just gray these in because the 7s are done, right? Yeah, and they need a gap. Now this has to be the blue too. Oh man, back to this old guy. Can I do anything with this 24 clue? This is only 4, so these have to add up to 20. Oh, I did that. Yeah, it's just not helpful. Don't know. It's gotta be something simpler. This is part of the 11, right? Ah, yeah, I don't know. I do know. Well, this can't be red. Because my only red is this 2 up here. So this 11 has to be at least 2 cells and extends out here. Yeah, I don't know how to prove this is blue. I'm sure it is, but... Let's say this was red. Oh wait, I do know how to... The 6. Yeah. And now I can figure this out. This has to add up to 9. Gotta be a 4-5 pair. Cool beans. What are these? 1, 2, 3, 6. Not helpful. I just need like one more big deduction. Can this be red? 4, 1, no, definitely not, right? The 6 would be broken. Yeah. This has to be gray. This has to be gray too? Because 4, 1, and then you can't make it. Well, this doesn't have to be gray, it just has to be not red. Hey, she's almost done. She's almost ready. Oh, this 4-5 pair gives me a 3 here. Come on. This has to add up to 6, either 5-1 or 4-2. Come on. This 18. This is 9 plus 6. Well, this has to be, this at least has to be in. These have to add up to 6. Could be 1-5, can't be 2-4. This could just be a 6 by itself. Not sure. Come on, it's gotta be, I mean, by the picture we know these are gonna be pink, but I don't know how to prove it. This is red. Right. This 11 is at least 2. Once we get this left shoulder, so this has to be red. Could be a 6. But 6 can only be in 3, so this is gray. And now this has to be gray because it would be both simultaneously a 1. No, this doesn't have to be gray. That's why I double checked this stuff. Because I was going to say this has to be a 1, but then this could be a 2 down here to make the 3, the red 3. Okay. I mean, we gotta be so close. If I could this red has to go up at least 1. We boxed in our pinks here. Can I do mathematics here? How do I make 13 out of these digits? 6 plus 4 is 10. Then this will be a 1-2 pair. Oh no, not professional at all, my man. Just for fun. Welcome. I was looking at this earlier too, and I got distracted down here. So this 11 clue, it can't be just a 6, 5, and 2. So it has to be all 3 of these? Is that right? Applesauce? I'll have it with pork chops, but it's kind of gross. Not my... It's okay. what a strange question, but how do we make this add up to 11? Six, 3, and 2 as a maximum? Yeah, that has to be it. So these can't be 1s. That means there's a 2 here and no 2 here. We get a 1, 3, 6 triple down here. Making this a 6, 2? No. What is this? 2, 4. What is this? 1, 5. Oh. Thank you for the follow. I mean, I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but no, I don't. I wouldn't eat it by itself. I would never go to the... I would never buy applesauce at the store. Come on, what are we doing? Oh man, I'm sure it's like it's like solved pretty much, but just gotta find the last thing. Man, this is taking a while. Well, this can't be a 136, can it? Because it would break the 9 clue. Well, frankly, this can't be a 1. Oh. Did I do that right? Because you would expect this to be... Oh, maybe this is just part of the background. I mean, I guess she doesn't have a huge fat neck, huh? I think that's right. Okay. How about this 6 clue? Gotta be a 2-4 pair. That gives me the 5 here. Excellent. Let's go. not like my neck. Cool, this is almost done. There's gotta be something... Yeah, this... Come on. Just let me finish it. Oh, look at this. This might have been here for a while. So where does the 3 red go? It's gotta go right here. Is that right? Yeah, because this is part of the 11. Oh, but this doesn't have to be a 3, does it? No, it has to be a 3. Is that right? It's just weird that her hair would come up like that. That's what it says, man. Don't ask me. How does this 7 work? Wait, how does this 6 work? Okay. I got it right when he typed it. Yeah. I need a red 1 here. I mean, I know it's here, but how can I prove it's not here? This red 3? Oh, yeah. Got a 3 right here. That's good. Come on. Can I solve this pink face here? These have to do it up to 11. Could be 6, 2, 3. Can this be a 6? This would be an 8. Darn, it can. Man, that's so annoying. This is a 5 somehow. Oh, that's a good thought, huh? Let's add up these. So 2 plus 9 is 11, plus 27 is 38. That's a 41. So I need a gap of 1. And I don't have any grays in the column. Yeah, that's an excellent thought, huh? Now this 9 has to be resolved with the 6 here. And we get some Sudoku. Yay! Now this has to be a 1. 5 plus 3 plus 1. That gets us the red. That gets us the red 1. And the red 3 is done. So the coloring is done. Now we just gotta finish the Sudoku. Yeah, think about this 27 clue. My man. I would've got there eventually, but... Is this forest? It has to be, because this is odd even, this is 2 even. So this is 8. Oh, this has to be odd. Is that it? Yeah. Sacrilegious, but it must be done. Yep. I might have to do some math down here too, but hopefully not. Okay. This is 2, 4, 5. This is not a 2 or a 5. One, 4, 5. This is not a 4 or a 5. Darn. Oh wait, 1, 4, looking at that. What is this? 2 and something. 6. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, probably we gotta look at this 22 clue, huh? So this is 9 over here, plus 6 is 15. How do we get 7? 5 and 2 works, nothing else does. This is not a 1 or a 4. What is this? Boom, boom. And I'm going to remove the background. We might have to do some math over here. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to. I just want the puzzle to be over. How about this? 3, 5, 6. No, that can't be right. Oh, this is not a 1 down here. I wanted to look at this whole column and be like, what are those two? Six, 5, 2, 6, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3. Do we have a 3 in the corner? Ooh, there's an opportunity for one down here. Oh, how do I got 2 1s? What happened here? Okay, I'm fine with this. This says it's a 4 down here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did. I hope I didn't break the puzzle. I'd be so mad. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, I was like, what the heck? I'm guessing it's gonna be some math right here, huh? So it has to add up to 11. We've got 6. These have to add up to 5. 6 is not on. It has to be a 1-4 pair. And I believe that's the end of the puzzle then. Cool, cool, cool. These are not 6. Cool. Thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun. This puzzle was not easy. 100 minutes. And that was with help. Although I was kind of talking it out. Do 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 do. All right, what's left? This is not a 2. That's what we need. 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 1, 4, and that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing his religion. All right, excellent. Yeah, there he is. Cool. I didn't expect a 3 in the corner, but I guess if you're based on the rest of how they've done these puzzles, of course they're gonna end with 3 in the corner. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, great puzzle. That was fun. Cool. And thank you for watching, Owen. Everybody else. That is going to be the conclusion here. I'm going to go play some video games, but that's the end of the Sudoku portion, so thanks for watching. Peace out. Good luck, Sudoku solvers.